When I first graduated and joined consulting, I thought I would be standing in front of clients and telling them what to do and being the all-important consultant that you have to listen to me. But I spent maybe the first 6 months of my career doing nothing but PowerPoint, coloring people's slides and formatting people's slides. That's it. Not even the content, just formatting PowerPoint. I personally thought it was going to derail my whole career in consulting. There's quite a bit of grunt work to do when you are a fresh graduate, whether it's photocopying, whether it's data crunching, whether it's reviewing documents, right? It is really difficult to be passionate about work that is so mundane and routine and repetitive. There's two main things here: competency and work ethic. Okay? People assume that your competency increases as you get older, obviously, because you get better and better at your job, right? That's mastery. But the truth is, you can be really good at your job regardless of your age. Even if you're young and you're being given a role, I think your job, your responsibility is to excel at it. So when you're competent at what you do and you build that competence, people are less likely to question what it is that you do, regardless of your age. The second is, I think, your work ethic. Okay, so no matter how good you are at your job, people are not going to take you seriously if you show up late, or if you mouth off in a meeting, or if you don't keep your promises. So I think these two things work together to lay that professional foundation. And if you are not competent or you don't have a good work ethic, people use as a reason to explain away bad performance. And if those habits have a chance to form when you are a fresh graduate early in your career, I think it's actually harder to shed those bad habits, and it doesn't get easier with the passing of time as you get older. In fact, it might get worse. I don't think that things like leadership and your work ethic or any of these things are innate, or that you're born with it, or that it is a birthright of some sort. It's something that you cultivate and you nurture. Whether you are in school and you submit your homework on time, you submit your assignments on time, or when you are in the workplace. I also think that leadership traits and good behavior can be hereditary, but in the sense that you emulate the behaviors of the leaders and the mentors that you look up to in an organization. So if you find that the boss has good values and good leadership traits, which he communicates and cascades and he expects of his team, they will usually inherit some of those behaviors as well. When we talk about things like punctuality, keeping your commitments, sticking to your deadlines, communicating frequently, managing your stakeholders, I think that some people might call it old-fashioned or classic, but in my opinion, they're evergreen. It doesn't matter whether you're working for a large GLC, whether you're working for the government, whether you're working for a startup, small, medium, large companies. These values are appreciated everywhere. It's really very difficult and very frustrating to get work done when someone doesn't have the proper work ethic. And I think that no matter how good you are at your job, you will struggle in the workplace if you come across as someone that cannot be relied on to do something as simple as show up to a meeting on time. And we rely on people to have the discipline to submit their work on time. Otherwise, there's a lot of things that can't be managed. If you don't cultivate some of this work ethic early on in your career, you can't hack it all the way to leadership.